enormous challenge carrying twins. I have newfound respect for the female capacity to expand exponentially. My wife only carried 35 weeks, but they project that had she gone to term to 40 weeks, her birthing weight would have been that of a B-1 bomber. She wore designer maternity jeans by Goodyear. And according to a height-weight conversion chart, someone of her birthing weight should have been over 11 feet tall. And, ooh, was she cranky. I never thought I'd look forward to the return of PMS. But, you know, all's well that ends well. We have two beautiful new boys, Matthew and David. Because of her condition, she delivered via what they call a Schedule C. You know what that's C-section, which permitted her to avoid the rigors of natural childbirth, which we experienced with our first child, Daniel. And I assume you women are familiar with natural. This was the procedure invented by a man named Lamaze, who is also known as the Marquis de Lamaze, a disciple of Dr. Joseph Mengele, who concluded that you women could counteract the intense pain of childbirth through breathing. And I think we agree that breathing is a reasonable substitute for anesthesia. It's like asking a man to tolerate a vasectomy by hyperventilating. Yes. Breathing. And we did this breathing with Daniel when we had natural childbirth my wife was in labor for 24 hours. She saw more labor than Jimmy Hoffa, as far as I was concerned. And it had impact, as you might expect. At the 20-hour mark, my wife lost all ability to reason when she announced, and I do mean announced, to everyone in pretty much the immediate zip code, ladies and gentlemen, that, now get this, that she no longer wanted to have a baby. She was through, she was done, she was going home because she had changed her mind, she said. I tried to reason this was not a viable option, my little sponge cake. I said, have the baby now rather than have it grow within you, which will be unbelievably discomforting by adolescence. But it is not easy to reason with a woman who has just called you the Antichrist. To which, as a Jew, I took some umbrage, I might add. 24 hours, the vast majority during which she spent in deep verbal exploration of my heritage. But, as I say, all's well that ends well. Finally, with one last push, after 24 hours, out slithered. And once the crown reaches past lunar base 1, we are truly talking amphibious landing. And as you look down on your child, particularly your first child, and anyone who's had this experience can attest to it, it is the most remarkable moment of your life. It is unspeakably overwhelming. It is also not a pretty picture. My boy's head was misshapen. I would have accepted anything in the round family. But trapezoidal, not unlike Bart Simpson. Covered with goo, but most incredibly, he came out, as I later found out all babies do, bluish. They come out bluish. Now, I wish someone would have warned me of this. I'm looking down at my son, and I'm thinking, a Smurf! I wanted one Jewish, not bluish, God! It is not a pretty picture. And when the baby comes out, he does not come out alone, ladies and gentlemen. Along with the baby comes a potpourri of solids, liquids, gases, toxic waste, furniture, pencils, pens, things you haven't seen in years shoot out in a stream of lava. I couldn't even tell which was the baby. I said, clean everything, don't throw anything away. I want everything labeled, studied. And some couples film this. They film the delivery. My wife and I filmed the conception. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun.
Dennis Wolfberg, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. There is more of Hawaii